been? Oh my God, it seems like forever since I've seen
Right.
it.
Like 3 minutes is a long time.
I know. Hello, 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 and welcome everyone to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell, and most importantly, tell a friend. Okay, y'all, come on into the room. Okay, today on the docket we have Real Housewives of New York City, season 13, episode 8, A Harlem Night, and the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 11, episode 17, Defining Women. Let's start with New York first.
Yeah.
Okay, so this whole episode was about Ebony's Harlem theme dinner, and she took the ladies up to Harlem. It was a lovely dinner, and I know I'm being messy, but I do, in a small way, appreciate her bashing these women over their heads with her blackness and with her black excellence. It just gives me a little thrill to know that she's making them uncomfortable. And it shows me, as Ramona said, I don't want to be taught. I've known that about Ramona for all of these seasons. It's just bringing out the worst in these women, which I always knew was there. I can deal with you if I know where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're lying to me, then I can't deal with you. I really can't. And as my mother says, like, every skin teeth ain't a laugh. And that's Ramona and Luann for me. I just find pleasure in everything she does. I know a lot of people are over it, but I find pleasure in it.
What it is for me is this. I don't mind it, but it does come off as preachy.
Mm-hmm.
I personally I tune people who do that to me out, because don't make assumptions because you don't know me. That's number one. But I don't mind it, but I'm just saying it comes across as preachy. Number two, when you are in someone else's home and they tell you to cut a conversation, you cut the conversation. Either you cut the conversation or you leave. So had it been me, I probably would have kicked Ebony out. Period. Point blank.
Ramona was kicking herself out.
Right. I'm saying if it were me, I'd be like, you know what, this has been a lovely evening. You can go now. Because it's disrespectful to hound someone in their own home. Out in public, your home, an event, fine, whatever. But when you're in someone else's house, you don't do that, and that's where I think Ebony crossed the line for me.
But she was bringing up a conversation that was had, though.
But you're in someone else's home when they don't want to hear. They tell you they don't want to hear what you have to say at that point in time. It's their home. It's point blank. There's no. I don't care. The conversation was brought up. We had it last week. If I say I want to talk about it, I don't want to talk about it. It's disrespectful. Period. Point blank.
I think Ebony was prepared to leave. I think she was, but then she was confused when Ramona said, "I'm leaving," and she's like, "What?" I think she was prepared to leave. I think she was prepared to be tossed out.
I think she was too, but Ramona kept going into her room and talking to the dog. Okay.
Yeah. It was an odd scene, but like I said, I kind of like the torture applied to Ramona. It's a character flaw of mine, and I will admit to it. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I thoroughly, I do agree with you that it can be preachy. Would I want it to be done to me? No. but do I enjoy it being done to Ramona and Luann? Yeah.
I mean, I get what she's trying to do, and I understand it. And I don't have a problem with the Harlem Nights because that's your event. You run it the way you want to. It's when you go into someone else's home and you're not respecting what they're asking you. That's completely disrespectful. So I say that to say this: how can you want respect when you don't show respect? I'm sorry. It is people may not like it. It is what it is at this point.
I love how she got out of Ramona. I was up all last night studying these things and still got that person name wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just go through and see who's here. Do you want to say hi to everybody in the chat?
Yes. So sorry. Hi, Kelly, Yanni, Susan, Cooch, Montana's here, GTA is here. I think I got Susan as well. So yeah, the gang's here. I'm sure people will filter in. Then we'll go to Montana's question. When does this country become a place where we all can express our opinions and discuss them? We can't learn if we don't. I'm not saying that, Montana, and I agree with your sentiment. What I'm saying is when you're in someone else's home and they tell you to stop a conversation, you stop it. Because when you're at your home, you want the same respect.
Okay. GTA. Okay, so hi guys. Ebony is a plant, in my opinion. It's like, yes, we need more Black POC housewives, but we don't need a boring night out. I thought the evening was boring too, especially with a bunch of women who drink that much.
I mean, I like the fact that she signed them all like a Harlem Black icon. I thought that was fun. I thought that was super cool. But it's when I think what it came across is like she came across as a teacher. Because the way if you notice her posture, she's like, okay, let me educate you, and that's what turned them all off.
I think it would have went over differently if she allowed them to read who they were.
Exactly. She came and said, hey guys, just so you know, where you're seated is who you'll be for the night.
Yeah. And just look at the card and, you know, just explain to everyone who you are.
Because
I think it would have been better.
Luann was feeling being Billie Holiday. She was all with it. She was all with Billie Holiday. She's like, I'm here.
My
God.
They
didn't. So it was a good idea with the place cards. I love the speakeasy. I thought it was fantastic. The food looked good as usual, and I think Ebony overall has very very good idea. It's just when she went to teacher mode is when they all were like, okay, look.
What did you think? Okay, so at the Harlem night, we meet Bershan. Am I saying it right? Okay. We meet Bershan. She seems lovely. What is she into again? Did we get like a background on her other than being Ramona's friend?
But not yet. But she's a breast cancer survivor.
Okay.
I know I believe she's an author and public speaker, if I recall correctly.
All right. So
double check.
We heard about her cancer situation a little bit. I don't think we got really deep into it, but she's been a survivor for 13 years. Yeah, that means she got it real young. My God. What do you feel about Ebony when she said, Bershan said, I want everybody to be equal. And Ebony feels like she was undercut, like her message was undercut by that.
Who are you speaking of? Bershan?
Yeah.
Or Ebony?
Ebony like was trying to, you know, portray Black excellence at this dinner. And then Bershan had said something, I feel everybody should be equal. Everybody should be equal. And Ebony felt like that everybody equal note undercut what she was trying to showcase at her event, which was Black excellence. And I think it hurt the most that it came from the other person of color at the table.
It did.
So you felt that it undercut her overall message?
Mm,
I don't think one person could
oh,
take away from the overall message of
right,
her night, because she was
exactly.
banging it into their heads,
Mm-hmm.
which again I loved. I must be really sadistic. Oh my God. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so did they really serve food at this dinner?
Yes, 'cause you saw the plate, and
You did.
what they served looked good. We didn't see all the food, of course, but I'm like, I saw a plate.
Okay. All right. All right. So Cooch agrees with me. It was fun to watch Ramona squirm, and then Susan agrees with you. If you lecture me, I turn off. I don't know. I've learned a lot of good things from lectures. Just saying. Wait, I've lost that. Oh my God, I
Which
can't
one?
find where I was. No, I can't find the comment. It's not blue anymore. Oh, good Lord. StreamYard is here we go. It's gonna be the death of me, I swear. All right, so what else happened? Oh, we saw a segment with Leah trying to figure out which school to put Kiki in, and she talks to like an academic advisor. Yay.
I have a question though. Oh,
Uh-huh.
keep going.
No, go ahead.
Was it lost? Did anyone notice that? So Leah was worried about putting Kiki in a New York private school
Mm-hmm.
because she didn't want her to hang out around like a bunch of elitist kids, spoil what have you, right?
Mm-hmm.
How can you say that when you've hired an advisor to help you get into one of these private schools? You literally want to hire an advisor to walk you through the application process. Are you going to sit here and tell me you're worried about elitism in New York private schools? What's wrong with you? You
Um,
make no sense. That's dumb.
I think
You
it's based on her experience at the school that she went to and what
but
she was exposed to at
but
that
if
school.
but you don't think hiring an advisor to help you with an application is elitist? Isn't that what the elite do to get them into these schools?
Um, Look, there's a lot of competition to get into schools, and New York is one of those. If
Correct.
she's got the money now, yes. I think
But
why she hired that person also, her mother, Bunny, is pushing really hard for her to go to the Catholic
correct.
school that she went to.
I agree.
Um,
But
and I think,
you can't complain about an issue when you're doing the
mhm.
same thing to put your daughter in that situation. You sound crazy. No.
Well, I think she's trying to find every way possible to figure out what each of these schools have to offer. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, but
She
you
can
can't.
find out the nitty gritty bad parts of them, I think, on her own.
Mhm.
But then a lot of these schools do require certain admission tricks, not just filling out the application. So I
Mhm.
think that's where the advisor could come in. And now she has the money to do it.
Right. But I'm saying is
Mm-hmm.
the elite trying to get into these schools. This is what they do. So you're going to send your daughter to a place that you're concerned about.
I think
I'm
she's
talking about.
concerned about the school she went to that Bunny is pushing.
No, I get that, but
Mhm.
you went through it, so you don't need to hire an advisor for that. That's my point. Like you're trying to avoid elitist children, but
Mhm.
you're doing something that elitist parents do.
Honestly, I don't think she has the I don't wanna be mean, but I don't think she has the funds in which to put Kiki or Kier into the schools that she's talking about. Because the schools that she's referencing as elite, they cost like a college tuition per semester.
You saying she can't go to NYC prep? I understand.
I didn't want to be mean, but is she getting paid that much? Is her business doing that much? Is
And yes,
Rob doing all of that?
and yes,
Especially when you trying to say that Rob can't even come to the admissions
that was
thing
whole.
because
Wow. I was like,
I
for
was
real?
just I'm just looking at what I'm seeing.
Hmm.
She might be talking elite, but I don't think she's at that level.
Okay, like I said, I watched NYC prep, so okay, so we're not saying she's not going to those schools.
Yeah, I think she's
She's
just trying to get ammunition to fight money so that she
okay.
doesn't put her child in the same
Mm-hmm.
school and her child come out just like how she did. Getting punched in the face by a police officer at 20 something years old and missing a
Okay.
tooth.
Okay. No, I get it because I'm just like, but it's interesting that she uses these words. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like you. I'm not trying to be super rude, but why are you fronting like you can afford these places?
No, she's a low ball Luann because Luann can't
But
afford that shit anymore either.
But Yanni, like it could be at least smaller, but those are expensive too, from what I understand. Like
Mm-hmm.
some of those small schools cost a grip because they're getting more individualized attention. But I'm gonna go with your route. I'm saying like maybe she's just trying to get like all the dirt on these schools to fight Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
Because why would you need an advisor if you're really not wanting to send her to these schools anyway? I think that Kiki should have a say where she goes. Like, does she want to go to a private school? Like, is she into it? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm I don't have anything against private schools. Now, if it's a private school, if Kiki knows what she wants to do, and they can find her a private school that could help her like get a jump start on her career, I'm
Mm-hmm.
all for it. I'm all
Mm-hmm.
for it. Something like that would be super cool.
I also think she wants to let Kiki be placed in the best school that suits her, whereas I don't
Right.
think Bunny gave her the choice. She said, "You just gone
Mm,
to the Catholic school here. This is where it is, and I don't really care what you want."
you got it. Okay.
You
Because
know?
Leah just rubbed me the wrong way with that because you don't make judgments on people.
Mm-hmm.
I based on quote unquote money because the parents may be one way, the kids may be another.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because
I think a lot of times in the real elite schools, like the parents don't know what's going on with their kids in those schools.
right, right. They be in Aspens or the Catskills or some of them people. They ain't got time.
Yeah, yeah. But if she's doing it to give her daughter a voice in what she wants and where she wants to go and what her future trajectory is, I'm kind of with her for that.
Yes.
I think
Hmm.
she threw in elite
Yeah, I didn't like that.
and that's where it went left. But
Left.
in a lot of things, I ignore half of the sentence that Leah says
Okay.
because in my mind, I'm already in your pocketbook and I don't think it applies.
Yeah. I mean, that was just the thing with me. Like, you made an assumption, and it's like, no, and then the first thing I thought was like, well, can you afford to send her there? Like, are you in that 1%, that 1 to 5%? I don't think so. I'm sorry, it's
Mm-hmm.
not to be rude, but this is just what you showed me on TV and the way it lays out. Just
Yeah.
say like, you know what, we're looking to put Kiki into a private school, and we're trying to find the best one for her. Leave it at that. Throwing in words like elite and private Catholic, it's trying to build you up the more that you are. Just say like, you know what, I'm interested in Kiki's future. We're looking at private school for her, and this is where we are. Do it that way. We have an advisor to help us along to find the best fit for her, so we don't
Mm-hmm.
waste our time applying to different schools or picking the wrong one. Be honest with where you're going. Don't do more than you have to.
Do you remember the TV show Love in the City? Do you remember that where
I
Bershan
heard
was
of
on
it. I
that?
heard of it, but never
Okay.
watched it.
Okay. I had to look that up. In the city. Oh, I gotta look that up. Thanks for the heads up, Trey.
I agree with Yanni on this
Alright.
one. Oops.
Oops, sorry. Okay. All lives clearly don't matter and aren't equal in this country by Bershan. Ooh, Kelly. Which one do you go to Yanni's then?
All right. Yanni says she's acting the choice is give her daughter an education that can get her into college and private when reality is that is none of that. Her public school is a very good one, probably way better than ours. I agree with that one. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And then Yanni says Jamal could be a group paying. Okay, between her mom, her baby daddy, and now she can afford is a possibility. Before she couldn't participate, so the option wasn't available. Okay, maybe her Real Housewives of New York check will go to pay for Kiki's schooling, which I'm okay with. But don't act like you come from this life. That was the annoying part.
I think she was. I think Bunny and her dad are pretty well off. Because Bunny is a therapist or something, and Daddy is something. Like they're comfortable.
Yeah.
And when she was coming up, things were considerably cheaper. Just like when I was coming up, things were considerably cheaper.
Correct.
You know, has the New York City public school system severely improved from when I was in it? Hell to the fucking yeah. There's nothing wrong with public school. I'm a product of it. As bad as mine was, I'm a product of it. It's all up to the student. A student can learn anywhere if they want to learn.
Right. And take the initiative and ask questions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so what else happened here? What do you think about that conversation that was had behind Ebony's back, though, between Ramona, Sonia, and Luann? And how did she find out about it?
I mean, I don't mind the conversation because they were feeling like, let's be honest, we do that within groups of friends. You do that, and I could see their point of view, but it also tells me like you don't really have people of color in your life on a regular basis. Otherwise, you wouldn't have to have this conversation.
Yeah.
Sonia was the one who took it like, she sounds like she's preachy, and that's all she said. But that's who she is. So Sonia was so smart about it. She said like, that's just who she is. She's an educator. And Sonia's like, that's just who she is. Okay. She wasn't super offended like Ramona and Luann were.
Yeah.
Then how did Ebony find out the content? Did the production send her a tape?
They do that?
But think about it. It was Sonia, Ramona, and Luann having this conversation. We know Ramona didn't tell Ebony because Ebony brought it up to her. Ebony found out. If I understand, Ebony found out the conversation, right?
Yeah.
So we know Ramona didn't tell her about it. Obviously, we know Luann ain't said nothing. So at least Sonia. I don't think Sonia's told on them. So I think it's projection.
Eventually you'll bore me.
Excuse me, I'll be right back, okay?
Yep. I don't think it'll ever bore me. I love seeing these women feeling uncomfortable. I do. And until they're no longer uncomfortable with these types of conversations or these individuals, I will never get tired of it. I seriously will never get tired of it. It just tickles me pink. I'm sorry. What did y'all think about the scene with Luann and her daughter? I sensed regret for the years that she was so heavily into the alcohol that she's kind of lost with her kids. This was, I think, an almost genuine moment for Luann. Yeah, if it was happening to me, I can understand that. But seeing this on the TV, I just find it hysterical. I do. And maybe it's because I'm just waiting for the next slip up. I don't know. Maybe that's it. If it were happening to me, no, I wouldn't find that entertaining at all. But, you know, as my mother says, I'm bad-minded. Okay. I know all of you are against me, but it's okay. I'm not the nicest person. I don't know. Wait, I know nothing about New York City education, but poor and gossip girl. Oh, okay. I think Luann is in denial. That wasn't in 18 to 27. Started way before. Yeah. Parts of that conversation, I do think that she is in denial about the extent of her alcoholism, but she has realized that because she was that deep into the bottle, she kind of like lost something with her kids because she did choose the bottle over her kids. Is she a bit better now? Yeah, because she's not drinking all the time that we know of.
Right.
But you just like seeing people discomforted. Yeah, yeah. These two individuals in particular. Yeah. Do I want to see this on every show? No. But these two are like little lab rats for me. I think you've nailed me on the head, Montana. Yeah. Really bad, but around the mission was completely different school.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Here's the thing. Here's why that is. Okay. In poorer neighborhoods, most people do not own, they rent. A lot of property taxes go back into the educational system. And if you're not collecting property taxes in the poorer areas, then that money is not being poured into schools.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a byproduct of a poor system.
Yeah. I was gonna say it was a cause and effect.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the cause of the poor schools is because there's no property taxes being collected, which affects the schools. So because there's no, you know, you're not collecting taxes on renters, it's like there's no money to actually put in the schools. Where like people where the places they own, all that money's going back in the schools, so they can do all the upgrades and have the latest technology, this and that,
and have books.
Yeah,
that was a big thing when I was in the New York City public school system decades ago. No books, and if you did have a book, some of the pages were missing, or people wrote all over it so that you couldn't read the text. Yeah. Spot on. Let's just put it out there. I was not part of a elite New York City public education system.
mm-hmm.
I'm glad she's not drinking. I didn't believe she was actually an alcoholic before until last season when she started drinking. I saw Luann does have real alcohol issues. You think that she's not? I don't understand why I feel like she's taking nips here and there. I don't know. I just feel like Luann is drinking this season. I feel like she's fighting really hard not to go all the way back in. But
Right.
that fake rosé thing has me really worried. I do.
Mm-hmm. Because if she's faking it, who's to say she's not sipping on the real thing every once in a while?
Oh, wait. GTA says, I didn't go to New York City schools, but I remember in my French textbook, someone drew condoms on a picture of a bed and said, I effed your mom there. I don't know why I felt like sharing that. I'm so glad you did. That's funny. Oh my God, sorry. But yeah, that's a good one though. I need to remember that. Started the schools. Who is more likely to buy tickets, the rich or the poor? Oh, yeah.
That's a good point too.
But the lottery can't do everything. I actually think it's just alcohol. Oh, you do, Yanni? See, I never saw her as that until Heather mentioned that Luann was offering when they were in St. Bart's.
Right. That kind of tripped me out a little bit because I was like, what?
Yeah, I never considered that.
The reason why I didn't consider it because Luann didn't strike me as a partier. You know what I mean? I could see her doing like the alcohol and having too much. That was easy to see, but the drug part, she just strikes me as one of those people like, oh, I'm too classy to do those type of things.
Yeah.
It's unbecoming of the Countess.
Jamal is not amused. He's never amused with me. Ain't y'all noticed that?
I mean, like sometimes I'm amused. Sometimes I'm amused.
Wait, hold on. Then I remember the pirate. Yeah, I think.
See, I think for me, when Heather brought that up, it took me back to the pirate.
Oof, 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 oof. My point was, I'm still. Yeah. Okay. So anything else? Anything else happened besides the last scenes with Eboni and Ramona? Anything else happened in here? Okay. And you were just not down with Eboni at Ramona's house.
I was
and how it went down.
I was fine until she wouldn't stop hounding Ramona when she asked her to stop. That was pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
But I do feel that they did come to an amicable end, and they wouldn't have gotten there if it didn't get so uncomfortable in the first place.
I can see. No, you're absolutely right. But I just feel when you're in someone else's home, you kind of you abide by their rules because you want the same respect in your home.
True.
Because it's like saying, oh, you're at someone's home and you say like, please don't go into these rooms. Okay, but they go into that room anyway.
No, I get you. All right, so on to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills.
Okay, season 11, episode 7, Defining Women. And we see the women doing stuff. PK seems to be working again. Nobody cares. Okay, so Sutton takes Erika for like a spa day. I guess because she feels some sort of connection with her because Sutton just went through her divorce. Erika's going through hers. I think she's really trying to connect with her. And I think Erika is kind of appreciative of it. She isn't open because Sutton is asking questions and Erika's just not sharing, but she's willing to go and do the chiro and the chirotherapy and the sauna with you, especially if you're paying.
Right? Exactly. I think what this is doing is setting Erika up to be Camille of season 2. Because you remember, Camille was not liked on her first season, but when Kelsey did her wrong, like just did her dirty, she got like a redemption arc that next season. So I think this is a setup. This is what they're doing. They're trying to paint Erika as like poor little me, and then set her up to bring her back for maybe one more season.
Wait, I didn't look at PK when he was talking. I just generally don't. He has new teeth? Oh my God. Reading news sounds boring. Oh, it was boring. It really was.
It was because it's just focused on Erika and the way she's going through, and Sutton's just trying to be a good friend, and Erika's like, I appreciate it. which was cool, but she's not gonna give us anything, and we kind of know this.
Kiki says Erika is like, I used to have a sauna. Poor me. Tom is so mean.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I felt as well. I was like, girl, bye. You could have picked up the sauna and left with it. I don't know.
And the fact that she's really like setting things up to where Tom was this mean dictator. He was emotionally not the best person. We could see what she's doing. Yeah.
You stayed with it for 22 years?
Mm-hmm.
Just
Like,
saying.
but we said though, like, she thought she would have been paid off by now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think now what she's thinking is like, well, if he had just fell out a couple of years ago, I wouldn't be going through this now. I really feel that's what she's thinking.
Yep. She waited too late. But that's what happens when you get with granddaddy. You got to know when what is it? What did Kenny Rogers say? You got to know when to hold them, know when to
know when to
fold
fold
them.
them,
Yep.
know when to walk away.
You lost at the tables, girl. Jackass Erika is not really sharing much. What she's sharing, I can see her point. She's smart.
Yeah, because what she's doing, she's paying herself into the victim corner.
Mm-hmm.
What she's paying herself is, I had no clue like this was going on. She's paying this perfectly. We just don't like it because we want the dirty details.
We don't like it, or we don't believe it.
Both. We don't like the fact that she's not giving the dirty details. I believe that he was not the best to her emotionally. I believe that.
But I think he was like that from the jump.
Right. I'm a person, like, you know who you marry, and he was 60 something when you married him, so he wasn't gonna change.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, we gonna call a thing, he was not gonna change. So you knew what you were walking into, especially being the third wife.
For real.
You're the third wife for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Young and dumb.
Luna, let's call a thing a thing. So Luna,
yeah.
call a thing a thing. She was not in it for love.
This one, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think we clicked on it at the same time. Yep. This show. Wait, Ablavi wants to cancel the show. My God.
They just need to do some casting changes. This one can stay. It just needs some casting changes.
Oh my God. Okay, so all right, so let's see. Where do we need to go after this? Do we want to go straight to the drinks that Kyle set up?
Yes, because we don't really care about Sophia coming home and Portia acting a fool and falling out. That was just filler. That didn't even need to be seen.
Yeah, I'm just like looking over all my notes and I'm like, next. Yeah, let's just get to the Kyle's cocktails and drinks. Sorry, that's the same thing. Drinks and dinner.
That food looked good too. Great job, Kyle.
It did. And I was horrified that Lisa Rinna had food in her mouth and opened her mouth laughing with food in there. I was horrified.
Yeah, no. Oh, we can't touch on the whole Scott Disick thing. Rinna, quit playing these type of games. You know who Scott Disick is. He's an honorary Kardashian, so don't act like you didn't know who he was. You're not gonna tell me you didn't know who he was.
Do you get the feeling that production is really not wanting to make Scott Disick and Amelia her storyline? But she's trying to push it in there as much as possible?
Yes.
Okay. Nobody cares, Lisa.
Right.
Nobody cares.
The fact that she was trying to kill him, she was trying to act like she didn't know who he was. Mm-hmm. That's an honorary Kardashian.
And why would she think she has to bow to him when we don't acknowledge like royal titles in this country?
Right.
It boggles my mind. And that's Kathy Hilton was pure gold at this event. Pure gold. From thinking that Dorit is English, for boiling this whole thing between Crystal and Sutton down to a bad game of telephone and kicking toast underneath the table and just telling, do a curtsy when you meet him too. I loved her. She was entertaining for me.
Exactly.
I don't like Crystal. I think I've firmly made up my mind. I don't like Crystal. And I do like Dorit. She actually said, okay, that's not the vibe that I got from the conversation that we had on the bus. And Erika kind of said something, but not really. It was more like under her breath. But Dorit was like, that's not how that conversation came across to me. And they played the replay. And she was implying something else. Crystal was implying something else in her conversation. And I thought by that time they had let it go.
Right.
If this was before they had their conversation where they let it go, I would have given her the benefit of the doubt, but I'm not with you, Crystal. I really am not. And her little snide comments about you can't use moving, you moved a long time ago, you can't use it as an excuse. Like, her little comments were crazy to me. I had no problem with her standing in, like, she was saying, I am going with the violated comment, and she stood in it and she wasn't letting it go. I had no problem with that, but I don't want to see this argument again.
Exactly. My thing is this. I like Crystal in certain instances, like with her family, love her with her family, love her in the confessional, she's hilarious. But it's like when she's with when she's with Sutton, there's always an issue. She keeps bringing this up, and like, who brought it up at the dinner though? Was it Sutton or was it Crystal? Because they had both agreed to it.
Kathy, by calling Sutton Thomasina.
Got it. So they could easily squash this. Like, we've already discussed this. We're moving on. But they both just fed into it. And Sutton, you need to stop trying to be so uptight and so sensitive. Especially, I'm not going to be sensitive about a subject we've already put to bed. I'm just not doing it. It's ridiculous. And Crystal, you could just be like, you know what? We've already talked about this. Okay, let's keep it pushing. But then she had to explain herself because Sutton was trying to defend her reputation, and then all the other ladies fed into it too, though. They all keeping this mess going.
Yeah, but a lot of them are confused, and they're confused because of Crystal.
Yeah, because she puts different tones to each of the conversations. Each conversation she has with another lady has a different tone to it. So I get it.
But Crystal needs to be careful with that, because this is not the pack of vipers that you want to play that game with. Agreed. And if her husband is putting her on this show to do a Kelsey Grammer, I'd make friends, not enemies. Wait, hold on. Who felt bad on Watch What Happens Live last week? Who was that? Sutton? I didn't watch it last week. I watched it last night with Garcelle. I didn't like that dress that Garcelle had on.
No.
I didn't like the color. I didn't like the body con. Not that she has a bad body or anything.
No.
But you know what it is? I didn't like where it came to on her neck. Guys, I know this, I'm going off topic, but I didn't like where it came to on her neck. And then it made her boobies look like a sex doll.
Right.
And then we've been seeing the torso so much. Oh, let me not do my hand like that. It was just, it looked like she could have went in the dishwasher. I'm just saying. Anyway. Amrit looked good last night though. Yeah, her look looked awful. Yeah, okay. All right. It wasn't just me. I don't know. She just looked like Deontay's torso. And I'm not saying that to be mean, but she hasn't been hitting a top note with me with regards to her fashion at all this season. Are not or the Denise comment. Yes. Okay, so she did. Denise needs a paycheck. Oh my god. And Andy Cohen was not here for it, and he just let go. He is still in charge of casting for these shows. He was just like, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't think what else is with these. Like I said, Crystal. I think her and Sutton are just so much alike. To be honest, they just clash with each other, and so I get it. I think if they would just have more one-on-one time, they would be just fine. I really do.
I don't want the one-on-one time.
I do.
No. I don't care for Crystal.
Like, what is it about Crystal you don't care for? So far.
I just, there's something not ringing true to me about her. I think that Sutton went into her room and she felt violated because she was not dressed, whatever. If Kathy Hilton had went in her room like how she did to Sutton, when Sutton was naked and on the phone, and Kathy went in there with all her luggage and her box fan, would she still be carrying on like this?
But Kathy and Crystal are friends, though.
Right. And I'm just wondering if that's it. But Kathy and Sutton aren't close friends either. I don't know. I think once you get to a certain age, I don't think it's that important who sees you. If you've had children, your liver has been exposed to everybody and sundry in that room. Okay? I want to know what the real issue is for Crystal. And if it's something as simple as I just don't like you, bitch, I would prefer her to come out and say that.
Right.
Stop with the violated. Because we all know we could go on the Googler and look it up and we could see what the Webster's dictionary definition is. However, how you put that in your conversation and the tone in which you say it and the context can twist that word, as can any word in the dictionary.
So round comes up with a good question. Hey everybody, I keep wondering if there's something in Crystal's past to make her freak like that.
Yes.
Here's my thought, and I can only speculate because I have nothing to basis on but what I've seen. I keep wondering, was Crystal bullied like girls like Sutton when she was younger, and did they do something to her like in a locker room to embarrass her, for her to react this way? Like either they took her clothes, pushed maybe like while she was showering, went and I've heard of this happening. Like a group of girls will gang up on a girl they don't like, but they'll wait till she's in the shower and then surround the shower and wait for her to come out.
Because I wonder if she was interfered with as a child.
Could be that too.
I'm just saying. Because I don't see the reason for this.
Yanni says, hi, Rounds. I believe the body image is a body image. Problem is she doesn't really care about the new part. I can see this as well because she excuse me, she brought up again, like, she has body image issues. And I think with her, it affects her more than we think. I really do, because of her reactions. And I don't, like I said, I enjoy Crystal with her family, like in the confessional. She's really, really funny. It's just, she has some sort, and it's just Sutton. If you know, it's just Sutton. It's no one else. So that's why I think someone like Sutton did something to her when she was like younger, like was a bully or something. but I don't mind Crystal. I just want them to get past this whole violation thing because it's obvious Sutton was trying to be funny. She didn't mean anything malicious. She was bringing your coat. She was making like a little smart crack. Crystal, like you can let it go.
Yeah. I maybe I'm just sick and tired of the whole thing because it doesn't make sense to me.
Yanni's second part. She's truly mad about the whatever you're doing over there. Where's Sutton coming? Correct. I think Sutton was trying to be funny, and Crystal took it to heart.
Then just say that. And oh God, I just don't get it. Maybe I'm too old for this. I don't know. She does not fit in with these girls. Who? Which one? Sutton or Crystal? Because you could say it for both of them. Lisa has body issues. Right, but I noticed that Lisa is staying conveniently quiet over this. She didn't have much to say other than to try and get her next job with the husband by throwing her daughter into it. But she's keeping quiet over all of this. These can't wait, hold on. But she's only upset about the comments. Then don't back down in the violated thing, because if the ladies can't, oh my God, she kept repeating Sutton, own it. You said this. Wait, who said Sutton, own it? Was that Lisa? Was she saying that again? I'm sorry. I like Sutton too. Don't get me wrong. I like Sutton. But I'm just tired of this argument. Don't they have anything else to talk about other than Scott Disick? I don't want to hear about Scott Disick neither, and I don't want to hear about Portia auditioning for a role in an upcoming movie. And they're going to submit the crying tape. I don't want to hear nothing about that.
Me neither.
Yeah, I don't think Lisa will ever admit to her own issues. But it was good to see food in her mouth, almost going down her swallow pipe. One called her on the valet comment is what bothers me. It is bothersome, but she's holding true to what she said. You go ahead. You go down with that ship, Crystal. I'm all here for it. I think it's important people dig deeper to see why she really feels violated, to understand her, then she can understand why that wasn't. Interesting. I like that, Cooch.
It seems to be a perception thing, and we're not getting her full perception because we don't know her full background. She's not getting the full context for us to understand and be on her side.
Right. And I loved when she said this too, because I'm going to date myself. I thought she was going to turn into the Incredible Hulk. Remember, Dr. Bixby always used to say, was it Dr. Bixby? Or was that his real name? Anyway, the doctor used to say, you don't ever want to see me when I get angry. And then the Hulk will come out. Oh, God, I was such a nerd.
That's Bruce Banner, Debbie.
Then the actor's name was Bixby.
Oh, the actor himself. Gotcha.
Yeah. Sorry. I can't remember everything. I'm old.
Yeah, but hey, but Hulk and Bruce Banner, they're tied. We can't be messing
and
that
Lou
up now.
Ferrigno. See, I can remember like their real names, but not their characters. But yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm tired of Beverly Hills already. Child, last night I was tired too. She kept saying that to Sutton as the ladies fought about the word violated, so no one noticed. She acted only upset about the comment.
Right.
And this is what was pissing me off with Crystal. While the ladies was talking back and forth about everything, she was there making little comments that Sutton was picking up because they were across the table from each other.
Right.
And I didn't like that. If you like, it was only towards the end where no one else was talking, where she said firmly, I am sticking with the violated comment. it's how I felt. Okay. But did you explain why that is? Like, what exactly? Okay.
Right. I don't mind you sitting in what you say. That's completely fine. But if you're going to sit in it, you owe everyone else full context. Like, what made you feel violated? But no one asked her that question either, to be fair.
Ay, ay, ay. I don't know. Okay, so God, these phones are going to be the end of us. All right, so Yanni says, I get it, Kush. I don't like changing in front of my friends. My friends are very used to do it. Sometimes they would come in even with the door closed while I'm changing because they're used to it. And if you are a person who is private and does not like people seeing you change, and you're with a bunch of people that you're not comfortable with, do what I do. Because I'm not comfortable with people seeing me change, especially now I'm in my fluffy incarnation. I lock the door. I lock the door.
I'm a fan of you always locking my doors. That's just me. Kiki says, no one asked her because they thought she was overreacting. That's true, Kiki, which is why I really felt that Crystal should have explained why she felt violated.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. Do you think that they're scared to like dig deeper into this and ask her why? Because they're in Hollywood and the Me Too movement and stuff like that?
Could be. Kiki also said, but it was weird that she fell to the floor like that. That's a normal reaction, especially a mother of small children. That, to me, from what I know, that is a common occurrence of certain abuses.
Well, that's why I wanted to know if someone interfered with her as a child.
Right. And the reason why I'm on that thought process, particularly now that we've talked about this episode, is because she used the term violated like it was normal.
Well, no, here's the thing.
Like it fit. Like she's accustomed to saying it. Like it's in her. Like, to me, violent is not a word I really use often, if ever. It's not a word you would just use out of thin air. She feels very comfortable using this word. It just came out of her mouth like it was normal, which is why I'm leaning towards your way of thinking.
But listen, she's twisted it for these ladies, and that's why they're so off kilter. Because when she first states violated, she also adds on, she came into the room and, I dropped to the floor. And then she said that comment, I don't know what you're doing over there. He, 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 he. Like, it's all in context with what is being said with. And then at the table, she's like, I never said it had anything to do with sexually. Or sexual or whatever. But when you say it the first time and you note that you were naked and you dropped to the floor, people are automatically going to jump to that conclusion. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to actually say sexual, but when you put it into the whole conversation, people can be led in that direction.
No, I see that. But then the word just seems too normal for...
I do think that she uses it. In my opinion, she might have used it previously because she feels comfortable using it.
Yeah,
and I also think she feels comfortable or knowledgeable of the definition of that word and how to get out of situations after she's used that word. Because I'm not going to know the definition of violated. I'm not. I have to Google it. And when I say that, she knew the dictionary definition off the top.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Whatever. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so Kelly says if she really felt violated, it's got to be related to her eating disorder. So say that instead of leaving it out, they're like, she's feeling violated. It's only due to Sutton's actions. That's a good point. Kelly, I like how you think. You and Yanni make me like really take another look at my own thinking. Thank you, ladies. Oh, you think that they're worried that this would cancel Sutton? You think that's what Crystal wants? Oh my God, we can't cancel Sutton. I like her. And I want to see what her new house looks like. Really? Yeah, she did use creepy and weird. I think Crystal carelessly throws around words in describing others, and she doesn't think about the repercussions of it. Like when she was calling Sutton crazy and psycho and manic. No, wait, she didn't call her psycho, did she? No. She called her crazy. I remember that for sure. Like, you don't know this person.
Exactly.
Whatever. Yeah. Do you think her parents would come in to check her skinniness when she was sick, or the girls at the locker room would make comments? Good question. Because you had the locker room scenario, Jamal.
That's typically what kind of happens when girls bully each other. It's generally a locker room situation to embarrass them because they know body image is the easiest place to attack.
Okay, Sutton was just being weird herself. She noticed it was a weird situation. She didn't know how to act. She meant nothing bad about it. Agreed. What else are you guys saying? You guys got really good comments today. Okay. But at what moment Crystal shut the door or yelled, "Don't come in"? She had time to react if it was that important to her. Another valid comment. And let's see here. Okay, so Kelly, I like that Dorit called her out for making stories seem very bad. Crystal reported it to Dorit after Crystal had made stories sound minor to other women. But yeah, I agree. I think I'm going. You notice that Dorit is really speaking up at critical moments. Like, she doesn't say much, but when she does, I like what she's saying.
Yeah, I think she's finally comfortable. Actually, I think she wants to prove she's more than just fashion. To be honest, because if you really think about over the season, all she's really giving us is the fashion. And I think she's trying to show people like, hey, I'm more than this.
But she looked a hot mess in that outfit, though. It was just way, way too much.
Too much Louis?
It was a lot. It was just, I hope they're paying her well.
You know they are.
And it seems like Louis Vuitton is sponsoring this season for her.
Why? I mean, why not? If you can get paid for it, why not?
She even had it in her hair. It was just...
Yes.
Oh my God.
I found it funny.
I think when she turned around, I saw it in the hair, and I was just like, no. When she opened up the coat, that's what had it for me. And then she turned around and showed the hair. I was like, wow, this is overload. She said that when she called her, she tried to make it like she didn't, and Dorit called. What? That's my issue with Crystal. She fake, changes stories, manipulate. Oh, Okay, you going all in. Door-it, you're killing me. I love it. I can't stop calling her Door-it. Thank you, Kathy. Okay, she needs her coin or she can't afford to buy on her own. Ooh.
I'm not mad though. Like if you get paid to wear designer outfits, I mean, you ain't got to buy them. They give them to you for free. Why not? Why not?
Wow.
It's no different than Anila and her wearing Lisa Nicole fashions. Just saying.
But you notice that Garcelle is calling her on it. Garcelle was like, "Wow, team too much."
Like you don't have to ask her. You don't have to ask her if it's Louis Vuitton. It screams it. I was like, oops. Well.
No, don't be mad. We should all be defending Sutton because, like, I want to see the gifts that she gives. I want to see the new house. I want to be driving around in her Bentley. And I want her to take Erika around in her Bentley so that Erika can miss having all of the finer things in life. Yes, I think this is another one of those situations where I'm taking immense pleasure in the downfall of Erika Jayne. Am I being petty because I'm poor? Yes. Yes. Not just because all those call her out. Well, it started with Kyle last year. Remember when they were supposed to be going to Teddy's workout and don't eat session down on the beach? And Kyle was like, "You were so busy, doing your supermodel thing, doing glam." Yeah, they're all jealous that they don't have the same hookup. Sorry, Door-it got it first.
But let's be honest, and let's call things. Door-it kills everything she wears. Let's just be honest. She kills everything she wears. Even that Louis Vuitton was a hot mess, she still killed it though.
Yes, she did.
The Door-it just makes the clothes look good, and that's what designers and people want.
Yeah. Kiki, I'm with you. Can you imagine designers wanting to dress you? What a dream. Minus Lisa Nicole Cloud. Garcelle is the best addition to any housewife show. Yes, because she asks all the shady ass questions that I would. So how much this car would cost?
She don't care. That's what it really is. But you know what? Here's the thing. And people are Garcelle's being forward. I'm like, here, she's being real. And the thing is, y'all have to realize she can afford to not care because she is booked and busy without Housewives. Let's be honest. Where other people you can see are really trying to play a part or toe the line because they need this check. Yeah. And Garcelle was asked to be a part of the show. She didn't have to audition.
Yep.
So when you have all that going for you, you can say what's in your head.
I wanted to know how much the car cost. I didn't want to wait for the little blip to come up on the bottom of the screen, and I wanted to know where Sutton got her money from. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I like her. Look, she my Caribbean girl. I'll take her. If y'all don't want her, I'll take her. I love her. Period for next week doesn't look so hot though. Then show us full picture. Wait, Door-it makes a fashion faux pas next week. Oh, we have to see it. Welcome, Ryan. I'm listening in the background at work. Please do not get in trouble at work, Ryan. Please. I always get scared when y'all say that y'all listening at work.
Right.
That and driving.
Right.
Okay, so I think we've hit everything. Right?
I want them to pick it up. I really, really do. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be petty right now, but I need some footage of them raiding Tom's home. I need auditors coming into the house, like taking notes of what's in the house and how much it's worth. I need some excitement. something.
Why not just say you want to see somebody coming out of handcuffs?
I mean, I don't want to see you handcuffed on that international TV. I just want them to show the process of, what they're doing to get the victims paid. Like, I want to see the steps they're taking to make sure these victims are getting paid. That's all. I mean,
Well,
if there's a little embarrassment, I'm fine with it because you signed up for this.
I wanted to see handcuffs on Salt Lake City, but I know we're not going to get
We're
that.
not gonna get that because she
Yeah.
lied.
Okay, I feel better, Ryan. I feel better. But now I don't feel good if you're there like by yourself. I never like staying in the office by myself. Yes, everybody, please give us a thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. It helps push our content out, so they say, but I don't believe them. I want to see someone harass Erika on the street. Did you see that when they were driving in Sutton's car and the tour bus said, don't, someone on the tour bus said, don't divorce your husband, and she laughed? I was like, oh, she should have done it before, but whatever. Yeah, maybe this will pick up when Erika snaps at Sutton and tells her to shut the F up or whatever it was that she said. I swear
Right.
the common Nikki comes out of Erika so easily now.
Erika, I've always wanted more from Erika, particularly this season, knowing what she's going through. And I will say this: it's nice to see that shell crack a little bit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
To see that Stone Cold just crack a little bit. I'm like, oh yeah, you're losing it. Okay, this is what we want to see.
Okay, so Ryan, thank God you're not alone in the office, but she wants to see what about the victims kind of harassment while they're
lunching.
I'm sure that we're gonna get that because it's still like November-ish for them.
Yes, November.
When did we find out about like the victim part?
When the lawsuits were filed. So it had to be within the November to December range.
Oh.
Because remember, we found out about the divorce before the season. Then we found out the lawsuits about 3 to 4 weeks after.
So they haven't had Thanksgiving yet. I don't remember seeing a Thanksgiving.
We haven't seen Thanksgiving yet. No, we're probably around. Okay, she said she filed on November 3rd. That was 2 episodes ago.
I think so.
So right now we're probably around mid-November right now.
Because Garcelle said on Watch What's Happened Live that at this point in the show, they didn't know about what all with Tom.
Mm-hmm.
So she wasn't lying, thank God.
Ryan, did California go into a lockdown? Oh, let me double check my notes.
Didn't they shut down production for these because somebody on the crew got COVID though?
Yes,
remember they shut down for 2 weeks?
Wasn't it like Kyle and Dorit or something?
I remember Kyle. I don't follow Dorit. I don't follow Kyle neither, but she made it her business to tell everybody that she was sick.
Yes, so California did a shutdown very late November after Thanksgiving.
Oh. So we're gonna have 2 weeks where she can reformulate her strategy, meaning Erika.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Kelly, I like that Sutton changed to a white interior Bentley. I liked Erika's ladies defending Sutton at dinner.
So they were confused, and I felt they were right in the situation. Because this is just me personally. I don't think the word violated was the correct term. And you could say, I felt like my privacy was invaded. You could say, like, you know what, I felt uncomfortable. But when you, I think Debbie, you mentioned this earlier, when you use the term violated, people automatically go back to the Me Too movement, and it
I
goes
think
into
just for
you know what I
them, because
mean?
they're in Hollywood.
Yeah, no, I'm saying
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was basing it on where they are.
Yeah, yeah. I keep forgetting you out there. Okay, wait. Hold on. Sutton said nothing, and then it was the shut the F up.
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Kyle and Kathy exposed. What were they exposed to? Oh, were they exposed to the 19?
Yes.
What did you think about Sutton's bow?
It wasn't the right type of bow.
I loved it.
It should have been a big, like, remember those old school Macy's satin bows type, the gold ones, those big ones. It should have been like that big and black though, not all kind of crunchy looking.
I don't know. I kind of liked it.
No, I liked it. I wanted a different bow. I thought the bow was great.
The only thing that I hated on her outfit was her shoes. And they were red bottom shoes, but I hated them. I thought they were too clunky. But I wanted to see the lapel clips that she had on with the shirt, but the bow was kind of blocking it.
Gotcha.
I thought she looked cute, and her hair
No,
was
Sutton, she
nice.
looked good. No,
Yeah.
Sutton. You know what it is with Sutton is when she tries to go like haute couture, it just goes wrong.
Well, it's just
That's
she
what
doesn't
it
have
is.
the body for it.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I think though, if she's gonna do that and do all that, she needs to have them tailored to her. That's all it
I
really
don't
is.
think that'll help because she's thick around the waist. She has no breasticles, and she has no hips. She's very
But
straight.
if with clothing, like the right tailor can give you some hips. I'm telling you.
I think the right cut, and
Yes.
she prefers those shift
Straight.
dresses.
Yes, yes.
And sometimes you need to create an illusion.
Correct. That's my point.
Yeah,
That's my
yeah.
point. That's why I say. That's why I say that she can tailor bring. They can create a waist for her.
She needs some help, guys. Somebody who knows clothes, y'all need to go and help her, because I want to keep her. I would wear it because I know it costs a lot of money. And if it was free, I'd wear it. That reminds me of old Hollywood, I guess. Yeah. She has an older
Ryan.
mentality. I don't know.
Nice. Ryan said she should wear dresses with color blocking to give the illusion of a waist. Yep.
Or the ones that do the scuba, the hourglass, those optical illusion ones, those would help her. But she sticks in that shift dress, and she hasn't. Okay, where they place her mic pack is probably in her bra strap, and it always makes her breast area seem too tight, even though I know it isn't. She needs to put the mic pack like on her thigh so that it doesn't look like you're strangling her breasts. That's all.
She tried to get in with Kiki says she tried to get in with Erika prize shopping in the one episode, but then found out Erika was broke. Kiki's so wrong for that. And then Yanni says, Debbie, she buys those. It's a choice.
I know it is a choice. It is a choice. Yeah. But she's another one that has issues about her body. Because remember when they went to Italy and she was in the closet? not in the closet, in the changing room,
In the changing
and she was
room.
crying because she didn't like how her body looked. All those weird stuff in public. Yeah, and pay for them. Not only that, pay for them. I want to see Sutton BF. I do too. I think I saw him on Instagram.
My thing is, he rich though? Is he coin?
I would hope so, because like Erika said at the table, show me the financials.
I love Erika for that though. Can we?
And then we'll talk about if I'm fucking you. Show me the financials.
She was honest.
Once a hoe, always a hoe.
But she said it straight up. But she needs all the financials. She needs the personal financials and the business financials, so she don't get caught up again.
Yes, she's not making that mistake again. Right. And she's giving herself away, but she's not even realizing it. My God.
Don't sign nothing either. Just saying. Don't sign nothing. No loans, no business deals. Yeah, none of that stuff. You sign nothing financial. But I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at her percent. Let me see all the financials, and then we can talk. Let me see your wallet.
Oh my God. Guys, let us know your thoughts. Leave us some comments below. This was Real Housewives of New York City and the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We'll be combining these shows until they give us a little bit more. Come on, Bravo. Like, really? Okay. Any final thoughts for you, my friend?
No, we are good.
Yay! So, guys, tune in tomorrow. It will be our last MAFS Australia show. I've got to do the thumbnail now. I'm so sad. I hope that they bring on another season right away. I don't want to go into withdrawals. Oh, Lordy. So, yeah, tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, we will be talking about Married at First Sight Australia, season finale, episode 41. It's the final couch session. So, join us then for our last kiki of this international favorite.
Oh, thank you, Rounds. Wherever they show you to make it better. We try.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Bobby, are you going live today? Any shows or anything?
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
And I want to add one more channel. Where's it at? Like I'm going to drop one more channel before we go. She is a bigger creator, but she's a channel I mod for, and I love her videos. So if you guys are into maybe some of the drama channels or drama commentary, like Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star, Without Crystal Ball, Mysterious T does a great job. I'm a mod for her, so I hope you guys will check her out. Her videos are very well done and very well edited. So if you're into that type of thing, I'm sure you'll like her channel.
Cool.
Debbie, is there another? I dropped a Blobby's link as well.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if there's anyone else I need to do right now. I can do them later. All right. I think we're good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, until next time.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.